I have several pretty shocking clips to show you today, so be prepared for that. We're going to watch them first, break that down, watch another or so, and break that down. And let me just go ahead and play the first clip.
Prison fuck nigga pageant, man. Prison fuck nigga pageant, man. This how they do up in this bitch. This how they doing here. Yeah, they do it in here. This how they doing this bitch, man. They making it rain, man. Pick that bag up, bro. Prison fuck nigga pageant, man. Contestant number 1. They gave him one. One bag. I got both that. You gotta do a little extra for that bag now. That bag is special. That's $3.98 on top. That bag $3.98 on top. You gotta do a little more extra. You ain't did nothing yet. You gotta show us something. Bounce that ass. You gotta bounce that ass for that red sack. Hold on. Fuck y'all niggas doing? Hey, bro, that bag come through.
Okay, before I talk about just some general things, let me talk about some specifics of this video. I don't know if you noticed these things, so let me point them out. They literally have, I mean, this is clearly a contest. You see all the contestants around in their best outfits, waiting for their moment in the spotlight. You have judges over there at the table with notepads and pens, literally taking score and notes on their performance to decide the winner of this thing. And you hear the guy, he keeps saying things like, hey, that bag is $3.99. That bag is $3.99. So it sounds like it's either a bag of probably K2 or tobacco or marijuana, something like that. I would assume that they told each of these people, you know, there's probably a big prize if you win, but just for participating, we'll give you a bag of this or that, just to get contestants to sign up and have a good time tonight. So he's telling them, twerk, hey, you got to do a little more than that. That's a $4 bag, man. You're not even doing anything. You're just standing there, just kind of just slightly turning and looking, man. You gotta bounce that thing if you want this $4 bag, buddy, because $4 is, I mean, that's pretty pricey in jail, prison. There's clearly a big fashion show / contest going on here. You see, it's not just the white guys, man. It's you know, you got everyone from all walks of life. This contest, anybody could take it home. I got a feeling it's not going to be that guy. All right. Because honestly, I was watching, wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. I would give 2s out of 10s if I had also had a notepad. But yeah, having done a decade in prison myself, I know most of you know that. Sorry, but we get new viewers every day, so I gotta let them know, hey, this is why I'm even talking about it. This is where I'm coming from. I've seen some things like this before. And trust me, this is nothing compared to the next clip I'm going to show you. But I've seen some little contests or just some things like this before. And one thing I'll say is, just because they're in there and they're doing that, and you know, it doesn't mean that these guys are getting bullied around, deboed around, dominated. You know, they're just basically somebody's B. You know, I'll tell you this, in South Carolina at least, which South Carolina is one of the least likely places for this to happen, and it's more rare to happen here because, yeah, we're in the South, and it's a bunch of thugs and everything locked up, and everyone's a little bit homophobic. Okay. And mostly, you know, the gang members, you're usually not going to see the gang members participate or even be around for any of this, because most gangs, prominent gangs, Bloods, Crips, GDs, they do all have a rule in their gang laws that you're not allowed to participate in any type of homosexual activity. And I'm sure that would count. You know, I'm sure the gangs would not allow anyone to be there. So, you know, usually the people you'll see just showing up to this type of thing, or actually hooking up with these guys, these inmates, these contestants, you know, they're more so going to be lifers who don't really have anything to lose. They've got so much time. They don't care what you think of them. You know, if you shun that and you, oh no, no, oh heck no, you know, they don't care. They're here forever. They're never going to see, you know, get their hands on a woman. They don't care what you think anymore, and they're ready. They're with it. Okay. So it's usually got to be lifers or someone with 20, 30, you know, an equivalent to life, who's not in a gang, and they're just, hey, I don't care anymore. But back to what I said, if you think these guys are just, you know, oh, they're somebody's B, man, they're getting dominated. Let me tell you something. Some places, those inmates don't play around. For example, Allendale Correctional Institution in South Carolina. That's that's like the designated place they send any openly and obviously homosexual inmate, because it does put you at a risk to when it's clear. You know, we're not talking about like a guy who you would never know. I never thought he would. These contestants, basically, inmates like them, they all get sent to Allendale Correctional Institution. And if you think they're out there just getting bossed around and just had, you know, people having their way with them, you're wrong. They actually clicked up and formed a gang. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it was called oh man, I can't remember what they were called, but they had a funny little name. But if you think you're going to go in there and mess with them or start some stuff with them or try to just muscle your way with any of them and just do it, you know, they will swarm you and they will shank you repeatedly, viciously. No, they don't play. Okay, so that's just a stereotype, you know, I thought I'd crush real quick. But anyways, watch this clip. If you thought that was wild, watch this.
Where's the fuck nigga Pageant, man?
Wow, we had somebody come in and shut the whole contest down. Now, clearly at some point the COs came through, everybody probably hid and looked like they weren't having a big wet t-shirt contest in prison, and they hit the lights out, inmates, go to sleep. Yeah. Boom, old Stardust over here takes off the uniform and reveals they have a contraband prison pink bikini underneath their clothes. Shut the whole competition down because the fellas are loving it. They're going wild. Everyone with a phone has got their flashlight on. Wow, baby. And did you see that extra pizzazz move that pink bikini inmate pulled? They ripped off the top of a pack of sugar and sprinkled it on them. Because they're sweet, baby. Boy, they had them boys in there going, wow. I know who won the grand prize. You can see even the other contestants are like, wasn't that impressive? And see what all the hullabaloo's about. Oh, yes, you do, because I do. That I ain't gonna lie. Shawty killed it. I've seen some wild things get pulled off in one of these competitions. I saw one contestant, they took, the inmates usually mop up. I promise I'm going somewhere relevant with this. Inmates are always the ones to sweep up, mop up, do the trash, all that. Might as well make the inmates do it, right? The officers aren't going to do it. So they always give the inmates brand new stacks of trash bags, brand new brooms, and every once in a while they'll give them brand new mop heads. with the little mop strings and stuff. A lot of times these new mop heads won't go on the mop. They'll go to those inmates. And the inmates like to take the Kool-Aid powder. You have, at least in my area, you have grape and you have fruit punch. Most of them like to take the grape purple Kool-Aid powder and use that to dye the white mop head purple and use it as a wig. A very nice long purple wig. Exotic. So there's no shortage of creativity when it comes to these contests, and they do happen, as you can see from the footage. So thought I'd share this with y'all. Let me know your thoughts on this. Thought it was pretty goofy, but hey, that's part of prison, man. That is a part of prison. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you had fun watching this, and see you next time.